Gentlemen, welcome to Mantelligence. My name is Beardy, and joining me today is Kay and Larry. Today, we'll be showing you how you can make any woman obsess over you via text.
This is our response to Amy North's video entitled 5 Texts to Make Any Man Obsess Over You. In this video, we'll be giving you 7 tips on how to text a girl you like and make sure your texts are worth it.
And at the end of this video, we'll be giving you 1 tip you should never do when you're texting a girl. With our tips, you'll know how to send a text to make any woman obsess with you. Let's get started.
Number 7, keep it short. One of the easiest mistakes people make when they're trying to impress a girl they like over text is that they send out a very long message. You'll end up coming up with different topics or conversation starters in the hopes of having an opening conversation with her. But in reality, girls don't need such a very long message from you. In fact, a simple hello or how are you is enough to make her day.
If you are texting her for the first time, you can simply send her something like, "Hey, it's Beardy. It was great to meet you last night. Can't wait for our next meeting." And remember to text her within 24 hours of meeting her. This is something we talked about in our video, How to Flirt with a Girl Over Text. Times have changed, and waiting 2-3 days before you text her doesn't work anymore. Don't try to come up with a really long text message to send out. For more of our tips on how to flirt with a girl over text, make sure to check out this video.
Number 6, right time. Do you know that there's a right time to text a girl?
Yes, you can't just text a girl any time of day and expect her to respond to you. We're living in a modern world where girls work and can also be very busy. You can't expect her to respond to your text at 3 a.m. You shouldn't be texting her at 3 a.m. in the morning unless you want her to think she's nothing more than a booty call to you.
The best way to figure out the best time to text her is to send her a simple hello in the morning and check what time of day she usually responds.
Also, don't text her all day long. This will only make you seem too clingy and eager for her attention.
Neither of those things are useful ways to text to make any woman obsess and like you. Sometimes the best time to text a girl you like is nighttime when she's just relaxing and preparing to hit the sack. You can send her a simple text like, "Hey, how was your day?" She'll likely fall for you because you're communicating at a time she feels most comfortable, and she'll be comfortable with you when you go out on an actual date.
Number 5, comic relief. Another tip on how to impress a girl via text is to make her smile. Don't be afraid to make fun of yourself when you're texting her. When you make fun of yourself, you let her laugh and know that she can let her guard down with you. And as she starts laughing more and more with you, she'll be more comfortable enough to trust you. Of course, this will lead to attraction.
You don't need to come up with a really funny joke in the hopes of getting her to laugh. You can simply text her something funny that happened to you that day. Something like, "Guess who fell down on the stairs today? Me. Hashtag Mr. Clumsy strikes again." This will be enough to let her see just how much fun you can be. Number 4, establish a connection. Women are emotional beings. The best way to make any woman obsess over you is to establish an emotional connection. You can do this by being there for her and by using your listening skills. She'll feel really good that you're making a connection with her and that you're showing an interest in truly getting to know her.
Of course, you have to make sure that you're genuinely showing interest in her and her stories. You can text her something that she mentioned to you before, like, "Hey, I remember you told me about your childhood. Do you want to talk about it more?"
So, do you know how to tell if a girl likes you over text? It's really easy. If she's telling you personal things about her, things that not a lot of people know, then that's one great indication that she's seriously crushing on you.
When you're able to establish an emotional bond with her, she will not want to lose you to another girl. She'll be emotionally dependent on you since she knows that you pay attention to her. And with this, you'll be shocked to find out she'll be the one doing the chasing. The best way to respond to this is to take action and truly show her that you're invested in the relationship as much as she is.
We're halfway through our list, and we still have 3 things to share with you on what to text a girl you like. But don't forget that at the end of this video, we'll be sharing 1 thing you shouldn't do when you're trying to make any woman obsess over you. You'll learn a lot from this, so make sure to stay on board until the end of the video.
Number 3, be a tease. Apart from being a listening ear for her, you should also know how to make her laugh. We talked about this in an earlier point, but making her laugh doesn't mean you should make a clown of yourself all the time. Instead, try and poke fun at her in a playful and good-natured manner.
Of course, you have to remember to be subtle with your teasing and not go overboard with it. Text her something like, "I really like how you sang that song. You totally killed it." There's a huge difference in teasing a girl you like and bullying her. You'll know you're being a bully when she stops responding to your jokes. This is no way to text to make any woman obsess and like you back. You need to make her feel good whenever she talks to you, not feel horrible about herself.
Number 2, intelligence is sexy. So far, we've been telling you that you should make a fool out of yourself and try to make her laugh when you're texting her. But this doesn't mean that you should be your goofy self all the time. Instead, put a balance on things.
Let me tell you this. Girls love having an intelligent conversation with the guy they like. And if she can get that from you, you can be sure that that's a great strategy to text to make any woman obsess over you. In our other video, 7 texting rules every guy should know, we discuss some tips on how to text girls so you can get responses. Text her something like, "What are your favorite books? I totally recommend reading Sun Tzu's The Art of War because it really opens up your mind to new things." And one thing you have to remember from that is that it's never good to do one-word responses. This will actually turn her off, and she won't be interested in responding to your text messages, no matter how much she liked you in the first place. Do yourself a favor and watch our video, "This is how a girl wants you to text her." You'll learn a lot of tips that will help you master the art of texting.
Number 1. Stop being such a flirt. We get it. The main reason you're texting her in the first place is to flirt with her, but girls are intelligent creatures. They know that you're just being a flirt and that you're not actually someone they want to talk to all the time. Instead of trying to flirt with her via text, wait for the perfect opportunity. In the meantime, you can talk to her about everyday activities. Text her something like a favorite restaurant you visited recently and you thought she'd like. "Hey, I just discovered this new Italian restaurant. I recommend you try it with your friends." This lets her know that you're interested to know more about her life. Just make sure you avoid heavily debatable topics like politics and religion, especially if both of you have opposing views. When you keep your conversations with her flirty and lighthearted, she will be sure to enjoy talking to you.
And that's it. We've come to the end of our video. And now we're about to give you one little bombshell that will help you know what you're doing wrong when you're sending her a text.
When you're texting with a girl, avoid over-texting with her very long paragraphs and several one-line messages. Another thing you need to avoid is sending her text after text, especially if she hasn't responded to your previous message. You have to play the waiting game since there are other things she needs to attend to.
A general rule you have to remember is whoever is putting in the most effort into texting is the one doing the chasing. And you definitely don't want to kill yourself over wondering why she didn't text you back. Oftentimes, it's because guys are being too clingy and are demanding too much of their time.
So don't over-text. Keep the conversation simple and positive, and you'll be sure she'll be chasing you in no time.
Do you know of any other texts you can send to make a woman obsess over you? Let us know in the comments below.
Gentlemen, do you want to know how a girl wants you to text her? It's best that you know these things so you don't screw up when you're texting a girl you like. You can get more information on that in our video, 7 Texting Rules Every Guy Should Know. You'll get our proven tips on how to make sure she enjoys texting you.